Hi everyone, so welcome to another video or streaming of the Division 2 game that I'm playing. My name is Victor, and today I am going to play this Roosevelt Island on challenging mode, and that is for the last part of the manhunt for this character. So I'm going to show you what I am planning to do. So I'm at the target manhunt Magnus. So what happens is that, as you know, that in season 4, I'm going to, at the final part, is going to play against Fei Lao. But before we can figure out where Fei Lao is, we first need to fight, four mini boss. I don't know how they call them, but basically I have already done a bunch of stuff beforehand. So I need to finish three places: downtown west, Constitution Hall, and the West End. So they're all done. Now I'm left with the Roosevelt Island. Once I'm done, the location of Magnus is going to be revealed, and it will be one of those, just like one of those bounties, and I'm going to fight him at the end. So that's the whole idea of this video. But before I figure out where Magnus is, I need to first finish Roosevelt Island. So hence I am here. So today I am actually going to let me just face it the right way, I think. And I am using the typical set that I have, except that I'm trying to change my primary weapon from Lady Death to this weapon called Scorpio, which I got, I think, in the season or something. Anyway, so it's a shotgun. It's actually quite nice. The roll is not too bad. And their talent is actually quite interesting. So essentially, depending on the number of shots that is landed to the enemy, you will have a different kind of effect on them, and it will become very useful, as you will see later on. Another thing that I've been doing is I've actually been, as you saw, I play a few areas and I level up a little bit. So it has quite a change. The SHD level has changed quite a bit from the last time I made a video. But that doesn't really affect a lot of the things. It just increased my health and my weapon damage a little bit. So it's mostly the same, and the other gear set is just the same before, like the Hunter's Fury that I really like to use, and my my skill is going to be the same, the Deflector's Shield and also the Stinger Hive. So since I don't need to do any time trial this time, I am not locked to hard mode, so I'm going to play my normal mode, which is challenging. So let's do this.
Taking down the outcast stronghold and neutralizing their leader, Emmeline Shaw, will do serious damage to the faction. Also, Henry has intel that a mechanical engineer from the campus settlement was brought here recently, so be on the lookout for captives.
We've got a few hostiles ahead.
So in this game, in this mission, what happens is that it's a longer mission, as you might have noticed from the map. I might actually have shown the map. This doesn't really matter. So it's quite a slightly longer mission. So let's see how quickly you can finish it. Alright. So there's one. Okay, go. Done. So the neat thing about this weapon, of course, it has a way less ammo per load per magazine. But the interesting about this weapon, as you might have noticed, it applies some sort of effects that can confuse or shock the enemy. So essentially, you can kind of like keep them at bay at some point. So it's quite useful because on top of the Hunter's Fury that can confuse the enemy, it can also keep the enemy at bay and stop attacking you.
Take it up with her if you got a complaint.
And as you saw, as you noticed, another interesting thing about a shotgun is that even though its range is very limited, the you don't really have to aim a lot. Of course, like the better you aim, I should actually go this way. The better you aim, the more damage you can deal. But essentially, you just kind of like spray the ammo onto the enemy. So it's quite useful. And then you can land to multiple enemies. And the effect of this weapon.
Is that supposed to be helpful, Earl? Because it isn't. Shut your damn mouth before I shut it for you.
It's going to be applied to anything or anyone that some of the bullets actually lands on. So it's actually will be very useful. Oops. This way. This way. There's a few here. I might need to come up. There we go. Run towards. So even though I'm not, you know, I don't have to finish the whole thing in a very quick manner. This time trial, I'll still try to finish this game as quickly as possible. Because as I said, the mission itself is quite long. It's kind of like there's some boss fight, of course, and there are several regions that have to focus. So it takes some time, and only after that I can play against the Magnus, the kind of like the mini boss.
Prove that their sacrifice was not in vain.
See, the shock is very important because when I'm reloading, of course I can't do anything, and the shock is actually going to keep the enemies at bay. So and it will become very useful when you're fighting like a boss with a really heavy armor, and we'll see that in just a bit. So what you have? Yep. So from what I learned, the
main compound from where you are. If you can get up on the wing, you can detour around to the west along the quarantine barricade.
The loots for challenging mode is actually not like, you know, not as good as I would have hoped, and most of them are less than what I already have, or they have some attributes that I don't really need. So that's why most of the time I'll just like take a look at it and then destruct it, and that's why. So let's see, we might have a boss here, I think. There we go. So let's see, like, see if I don't have the things to stop him, he might have already run towards me. But now I'm basically down to, like, he's already down to that health, so it's very useful. Let me, what is this box? I have 37 keys, maybe I'll just take off the fun. So you see, like, it's not actually very good to roll. So I'm gonna destruct it or decompose it to get some elements or whatnot. So we're pretty good.
You're coming up on a burn pit. At least half a dozen hostiles, but it doesn't look like they're expecting you.
Just burn them in the pits. Get advantage of the weak point as well. Okay, good. I don't think this small part is done, so I'm gonna bring my stinger height a little bit further up. So I think there's more coming up.
I like barbecue!
Alright. Just go up a little bit. Oh, that's a boss. First boss, I think. See, like, the shot itself is actually quite nice. And together with the talent that can you know, confuse or stop or shock or cause bleeding for the enemy, it actually helps a lot. So That's why sometimes I use that, especially when I am doing like a level 3 or level 4 a control point. I probably will use this one because from time to time there are heavy armored enemies coming in.
It's hard to focus
This
with
is
a gun
actually quite
pointed at
nice.
your head.
This I actually like to do another thing different. I'm gonna use a longer range weapon.
I'm working
And
as fast as I
this,
can. Help me, please.
finish the watch out
These guys are insane. I have to get me out of here.
Shoot that I don't get slaughtered. Like this. One. It's two. Three. So the next thing I need to do is I'm gonna shoot that tank. So there's a minigun here, so I can just save my ammo. Sorry, I should interact with the minigun first. And then finish that up. Oh. So again, it's not that useful. I'm gonna just get the materials from them. So I'm gonna run a little bit closer to the enemies so that they don't get to me. Run around. Maybe I'll just grab this to make the weapon a little bit more powerful. Oops.
What's going on?
There we go. So as you can see, it's actually quite useful, this weapon. So that's why I've been using that instead of my usual go-to Lady Death. But I still like the Lady Death weapon quite a bit. So it's just like for timing and everything. Yeah, apparently this is actually quite
I hope you burn this
helpful.
whole place to the ground.
Yeah, this way. So how are we doing with the ammo? So it's not too bad. Just keep going. Just go slow. It's alright. Down.
Outcast is
Alright,
falling.
that's fun. Son.
Gonna need a med pack, huh?
Cool. Alright, so for those of you who are now watching me playing it live, so welcome. And if you missed the beginning, I've been playing this Roosevelt Island mission on the challenging mode. And it's not for a time trial, but it is for the hunting for the Magnus person for season 4. And the idea is that I have to
Coming up on the
first
central area, and it looks like they've sealed the gate.
Then you're gonna have to find a way to unseal it.
finish this mission, and only by then I will be able to get the location of Magnus as a bounty. So that's why I need to do this part first. So last time I did something for the previous boss, Castrel, I think, and it took me about like an hour to finish the whole thing. I think I also had to do some bounties, so that's why. But this time I only have to finish this mission, so I'm gonna do that. There's no like time limit on this part, but I'll try to get it done as quickly as possible. Hopefully I can get everything done in an hour, but you know, you don't know, right? You never know, so that's my best. What do we have here? Was it a shocking thing? There we go. That actually is useful, so we use that. Go around, frank them a little bit. I think at some point I will start fighting another boss here. There we go. I think I see him. I'm gonna throw. Done. Finish them up. Okay, so let's look at what we have here. So this is quite nice, but the rest are not as good as I think. So just gonna leave it here. Go. Pick up some.
Be careful.
Trophies.
They're bound to be expecting you.
Okay, so. This one is not too bad, but usually I'm just looking for something that goes to the maximum, at least 2 of them. And the third one, I can actually just simply do a optimization on the bench, so that's fine. But I can change 2 of them, so that's why I'll just drop those.
If Emmeline gets away, finding her isn't going to be easy. You've got to stop that boat.
Alright, so let's go stop that boat.
Find a way to the shore and make sure that boat doesn't get away.
Oh, there's another one. Let's take a look. We have like 30 something keys, so. But again, it's actually not very useful. So let's just keep going. So let's go from the left. Hello. There's a sniper on the left, so gotta be careful. If you can just finish the sniper, and it's very important to actually finish that sniper. I'll explain why this is very important, but of course only if I can actually get the sniper. But I guess I need to finish them first. This one on the other end. Can I reach them? I guess not. You know what? Let's just go towards them. And keep running so that the sniper actually can't get me. Go around. Oops. This one. It's the other person. I think they are just on the other side. Oh, I think I can go across here. Just get rid of the other person. I think I'm just going around. I feel that. Where are you? I think there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna finish the sniper on the top over here that I'm pointing at, the purple person. Oh, there's another person. I'll just switch to my ranged weapon. Wow. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so I'm gonna finish that sniper here. And while we are doing this, I'll explain why this is very important. So what happens is that Division 2, this game, had this thing that you have to clear everyone in every region before you can proceed. And sometimes there's a door that will close.
What's going on with
only.
that boat?
Hasn't launched yet. Looks
Okay,
like
just
they're in
wait.
the process of fueling it. There are big tanks on either side of the boat.
Those tanks are a primary target. What about Emmeline?
Already aboard the boat, assuming that was her.
So, what happens is that sometimes the door be locked. Only when you finish all the enemies you can open the door. So sometimes the door is wide open, and then you will miss one. Sometimes if you miss one enemy and you go around, and then the game will think that you haven't finished that area, and then you actually cannot finish the game. So that happens to me one time. I was like, what is going on? I finished everyone in that last area, and it turns out that there's this one enemy just staying there, and then they just keep moving. And then, but I could not go back to the original stage because there's like a thing that you can climb on, and you cannot climb back. And I was stuck there. Fortunately, I have like a cluster mine or something that I can actually get a weird angle or range attack, so I can finish that last enemy over here, so that I can finish that mission. So that's why it's very important to finish that enemy over in that area. And I learned that in the hard way, of course. And I hope when you play this part, you won't. This is the thing, the climb. You can't go back once you pass. So I hope you don't make the same mistakes I like. Anyway, so this is the last area. Let's see how good we can finish it. Sometimes I actually will die here, so we'll see how it goes. For example, if I get shot like this, I'm good. But one thing I learned is there is actually, you see this little thing, you can actually set the enemy on fire. So it's going to help a lot. So that's what I was trying to say. So it's good. So in this part, I need to am I even making a damage or no? Hello. You know what? Let's try to throw a grenade over there.
What?
Flush him out a little bit. There we go. So in this mission, let's pick up my trusty Stinger Hive. So what happens in this mission is that I have to first finish destroy 2 tanks. So one of the tanks is over here, but what I normally do is I'm gonna throw a Stinger Hive here, and you will see why. And another thing, I don't really use that machine gun on top of that thing you can climb, because I have stronger weapon than that heavy machine gun, so there's no real need for that, and it's much faster as you can imagine. Done. Alright, so let's see what you have. Not very useful. Again, not very useful. So let's get the material. So we finished one side, there's another tank we need to finish. So let's go to the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a Stinger Hive over here. I'm going to start pulling it out. So that's it. So see, it's much better to use a kind of like a shotgun weapon. It doesn't have to be an exotic weapon like what I'm using. Shotgun is actually way faster than looking for a machine gun to do this, which you can, but I mean it's much faster this way. So, run through fire. Oops, hello. Alright. So the next thing is need to go to destroy the hatch. Usually is going to open up a bridge like this. And the boss man, not a boss, but not a named enemy, but with heavy armor. Get this done first. Oops. Run around. Don't become a bullet sponge. Alright. Okay. I think should go over here. Oh, it's like a really far enemy. Oh, hello.
I think I hit them.
Alright. So I think I need to. What should I be doing? Oh, wait. Got shot. Maybe I'll just use this. Okay. And there's one more. Down. Down. Okay, and just gonna. You guys should just use something stronger, like this. All right, so it's gotta open this. Oh wait. Nope. And destroy this by, you know, pop. You guys shoot it up. Then the next thing's oh, hello. This one. Whoa, what is this? That was just okay. So then you set C4, but before we do that, let's you know, pick this up. Load it a little bit. Yeah, set the C4 over here. Right, and of course, run away. And do some exercises. Why not, right? Cool.
Without their leader and their stronghold, the outcasts are going to be much less of a problem than before. You know, what happened to them was horrific. But what they did was even worse. I just hope they're finally at peace.
So there we go. We finished that Roosevelt Island, and now the position or location of Magnus is now available as a bounty, as what they call a death squad. So we are going to let's see, we can highlight that, and oh, it turns out that they are just over here. So we need to activate this, and let's see where he actually is location-wise. So it's over here. So let's you know what? Let's save some time by just going straight to the safe house. But I think let's just run outside first, I guess, just for safety's sake. Just leave the mission area. Speaking of which, let's take a look at what we have done. So, finished the game in about 25 minutes, which is not too bad, and yeah, so it's quite nice. So let's go. Alright, so I think we can just dismiss this, and we can just do a fast travel to save some time. So let's go to the safe house and let it load a little bit. And once we arrive at the safe house, then we'll just go straight to the bounty. And typically speaking, when the bounty, I forgot what it was. Was it challenging or something? Then it means that there will be a few areas I need to finish before I can actually start fighting the Magnus character. So that will be what's happening in the next, I don't know, like let's say 10 to 20 minutes, and we'll see how good we get it done. Alright, so we are at the Truman safe house, and we are going to run straight towards the boss.
Target is near you, Agent.
So I don't know, it looks like the boss is actually underground, so we might actually have to go underground and fight the boss. So let's see if we can go from here. Can we go from here? Let's see. I guess not, so maybe we can go around. So we over here, I guess. So let's go in and see if we can actually go underground from this area. Wow, we can pick up some supplies or whatnot. So here, so looks like we can get from here. Oh, I think I remember this part. So there's this water pump, and then there's the first wave. There are some enemies from the stairwell as well. So let's just throw a stinger hive here to cover some area. And we'll switch to a slightly longer range weapon. This one down, and let's do this. So the deflector is quite useful for enemies like this because they are pretty rapid in firing. So chance of that to be very useful against themselves using the deflector's shield. So we're good. Switch back to say Swordman. Okay, good. Let's pick up our useful stinger hive. And I think more enemies upstairs. There we go.
I can do this all day.
Alright, so that's done.
I see them.
Just gonna finish this. Alright. Okay, so we're done here. There'll be more enemies over here, so let's just do this. Just speed up a little bit, right? Hello. One down. The other down. Oh, let's reload first.
Fancy geek.
Okay, cool. So I think we just use up all the stinger hive times. So moving on. So if I recall correctly, there has to be a staircase, maybe here. Yep, there we go. Upstairs. And go here, and there's some guys across the room. Do that. While we wait for the stinger hive to reload, I think we can also throw maybe a grenade. You know, just for. Oh, I think there's a machine gun guy, so let's just make it a bit harder for them to reach us.
Spotted, Sheriff.
So we have finished those waves. So the next round is, of course, like to fight the target. So let's go fight the target. Let's cross a bridge. Oh, they are actually pretty close. So let's just wait for the stinger hive to load a little bit, and we can also take advantage of that, the close space. And typically speaking, this boss guy probably will have some sort of like skills as well. Maybe armor repair, or mines, or trap or something. So it might take a little bit while than normal enemies to finish. But we got this. So let's do this. Set up here. Maybe throw a grenade over here. I don't want you to be that close, so see the trap?
Shock trap detected.
Guess I'm gonna stick around here. And I'm gonna shoot this trap in case I am need to use run around. Nope, I don't need your grenade. Nope. Just blind fire. So there we go. So it's not over yet because there is more enemies. Maybe one more person. So I'm just gonna finish it quick. So there you go.
Cleaning up the streets one bad guy at a time. Nicely done, Sheriff.
Eliminated Magnus. Alright, so there's no dialogues, huh? Interesting. So let's see what he dropped.
You get it.
There we go.
We're the same. You're a patriot. You served your country same as me. We've seen what can happen when a weak leader rises to power.
We have. And I know that we can't rely on the government to save us. This thing moves too fast. You have to be agile. The wheels of government roll too slowly for something like this.
They're trying to use a scalpel when what we need is a sledgehammer.
I can be that hammer.
Alright, so looks like we have finished the this Magnus, and we will be waiting for the last one. But before that, there will be a time trial for the Magnus League as well. So we will play them as usual for my normal playthrough with time trials. But in the meantime, we'll just have to wait for a few days until that gets unlocked. I think in the next week or something, in a few days. That's it. So before then, I hope you have a great day, night, or week. And I hope to see you again, make some more videos for you very shortly. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy watching me playing this game as much as I enjoy playing this game. And I hope to see you soon again. Bye.